what are loans? When are they available and what are their terms? All right, so this presentation is really targeted towards first-year students, the people that are going to join us in fall of 2025. So a high school senior coming in as a first-year student at Stony Brook University, the maximum amount of loans that they can borrow would be $5,500 for the year. How do you get that? You fill out the FAFSA. What the FAFSA is going to do is determine whether that's going to be a subsidized loan, meaning the government's going to pay the interest while you're in school, or an unsubsidized loan. There are also federal caps on what those loan amounts are. So the maximum you could get in that subsidized loan would be $3,500. And then you can also get an additional $2,000 in an unsubsidized loan. Subsidized loans are need-based. The government pays the interest while you're in school up until the time that you graduate. Unsubsidized loans means the interest starts to build from the time the loan is dispersed. In our financial aid offer sheet, and I'll show that in a few slides, we're going to show kind of what the interest rates are. The interest rates for federal student loans are set by Congress, and they're set by the last Treasury bond sale in the month of May. So we're a couple of months out from determining what those loan interest rates are going to be for next year, but we'll talk about that in a little bit when we go over the financial aid offer sheet. Another option for paying for college is what's called a Parent Plus loan. This is a loan that the parents are going to take out in their name to help pay for the cost of college. The loan is in their name. Repayment on those would start 60 days after the final disbursement. So if you took out a loan for the fall and spring terms, repayment would start kind of about right now in that March timeframe. There is an option for parents to defer that loan while students are in school. Those kind of come down to an individual family situation. So we really want to make sure that you and your family are having conversations about what the loan options are. Another option that's available out there is what's called a private student loan. These are loans that are from a private student lender. So think of a bank or think of student loans associated with a lender, and you can probably come up with who those are. On our website, we have a list and a tool that kind of breaks through and kind of gives you an idea of what the interest rates are going to be. One of the primary differences between a federal student loan is that a federal student loan is insured by the federal government and the interest rates are fixed, and the federal government is the holder of that loan. Private student loans are held by the banks, and those rates are going to be variable, as are the repayment terms. And so that's where each bank is going to have a different kind of criteria. There would be a credit check involved with both a Parent Plus loan and a private student loan, but those criteria are probably going to be slightly different depending on what the credit market is really going to be.